Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Minutes until launch. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a sound test because I'm watching on my phone. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a sound test because I'm watching on my phone. My sound is not too bad. This is a sound test because I'm watching on my phone. My sound is not too bad. We are waiting. We are waiting. Wait, 30,000 players. It was just at 20,000. A bunch of baloney. 2 minutes, and then we'll see if everything blows up. That's the plan. It may explode, it may not. I have a feeling that it will. My one viewer is, I thank you. Potentially. Dakota or Rich. You. Appreciate it. Means the world. I got 1 minute. See what happens to this queue. Guess we could play some music, huh? Is it lo-fi? Alright. 3 o'clock. Let's see what happens. Anybody else sit on a blanket on their chair? I do. I'm assuming some top streamers will probably get in. Only 9,000 players ahead of this guy. Is he actually playing? This is absurd. What is this ad? Come on. Oh, he's actually playing.
There's a resub Snailman and the Prime Pug.
When are you coming back for good? I'm trying very hard.
Oh, am I? Is this lore I'm listening to right now?
I've been patient for years. What's a little while longer?
What the fuck was all of that?
So there are people playing. Who's in here watching? Let me know. Dakota, is it Rich? Number hasn't moved. What's trending on the YouTubes? Oh, Overwatch 2.
Back in 2019, Jeff Kaplan walked on stage. It feels so good. And on top of that, the new gameplay direction of Overwatch 2 is a massive improvement over the original. Combat has fewer ultimates, fewer shields, less CC, and more solo carry potential. These are all core design changes in line with a new direction and nudges the game closer to its roots as an FPS shooter rather than the shield shooting simulator it had become. But all of this feels like a hollow shell, a fresh coat of paint that cannot possibly make up for the fact that this sequel has an extremely underwhelming amount of new content and it was supposed to be so much more. After waiting for almost 3 years, I log into Overwatch 2 and we somehow ended up with 3 new characters, a new game mode, and a handful of maps that's now launching as an early access live service title. Clearly this is not the sequel Blizzard had in mind when Overwatch 2 was announced back in 2019. It's a drastic shift for Blizzard, a company that once made its name by ruthlessly delaying all of its games and updates until they were ready. What's surprising is that according to interviews, the team has only actually been working on this version of PvP Overwatch 2 for just over a year. Before that, the majority of its time went into building out the PvE side of the game instead. In an interview with Tech Radar, Aaron Keller said, "When we originally made the decision to start focusing on Overwatch 2, it really made it so that both parts of the game had to be released at the same time. And as we were iterating more and more in some of the more innovative gameplay for the PvE side of Overwatch 2, it meant that it was going to take longer for PvP features to go public." Later on, he says, "So we made this big switch. It has been a really fast-paced year where we had to do a lot of things to turn this massive ship that was going in one direction to go in another direction in order for us to be able to fulfill one of our key values for the game, which is to be able to continually update it." It's very surprising they've only really focused on the PvP side of the game for just over a year, but it fits with the amount of content that's in the game. The real question here is, why has PvE taken 3+ years of developer time? What exactly have they been working on? In order to answer those questions, I dove into some old developer interviews and streams from 2019 onward to try and figure out what the original vision of Overwatch 2 was before business realities took over and forced Team 4 into this early access launch. According to Aaron Keller in late 2019, Overwatch 2 was built
Have we gone down at all? No, we went up another 10,000. Oh dear. Now, maybe we'll try a reboot. See what happens. It's back up to 40K. I guess I'll just end the stream and try again later. It's a bit disappointing. How many we got? Well, I'm not entirely sure what to do. Oh. We're gonna join? What? Come on. Come on. Well, that is pretty disappointing. Great first ever live stream. Oh dear. Well, I think I will try again later. Because I don't think this is going to work. Ah. That's all I want to play, but what are you gonna do? Alrighty, well, that's 20 minutes. Thanks for watching. Next, I'll